Hello, everyone. Welcome to this meeting here today, to the special event, as we now have the full moon in Scorpio today. And this is such a powerful culmination of everything that we've been working toward, especially in my quantum weavers community, and everything that we are experiencing in the world right now, because we all see all of the big shifts that are taking place at this moment. And this is no coincidence, because when we understand energies and how everything is connected together, we can read the code and we can understand what's going on. And so this is exactly what I want to get into with you here today, is to read the code, to show you through the numerology, through my quantum weaving cards. So this way you have an understanding of how everything influences each other and how it is all connected together, because these are some hefty energies that we are all experiencing. And I know we can all feel it. We all sense it. We all have kind of knowing about it. And so I'm hoping with this decode that I'm going to give you today that I'll be able to give you some very clear insights into the things that are happening, and then also give you some suggestions on how to continue from here. So if that sounds good, then let's get started. I also want to let you know that I do have my singing bowl here with a couple of different names that are in here from people who have been sharing my things. So either if you have my cards and you've been sharing about the cards, or if you've been sharing any of my lives, then know that your name is in here. And I'm going to draw a winner for a reading with me. So okay, let's check in with all of you. Jen, hi, happy Mars Day. Beautiful colors you chose. Yeah, Mars. So might just as well go with the theme of this energy. So thank you. So for all of you, hi, who are live here, please go ahead and say hello, check in, let us know where you're joining from. Let me know how you're doing today. How are you feeling in all of these hefty energies that are moving through our timeline, through time space at this moment? And then for anyone who watches the replay, please go ahead and say replay, and then simply follow along and also connect in between as well. So with this, let's meet here today, and I'll be sure to check in on your comments as well as we're going along. So what I have in front of me here is basically my book that I open every morning when I do my recording every day for my Quantum Weavers community, where every morning I record about 7-ish minutes of info, of decoding for the day. So this way there's knowing of what to expect in this day, and kind of what the frequency is to tune into. Oh my goodness, hello. Let me say hi to everyone. Amy, hi from Texas. Oh my goodness, the energy has been intense. Yes, definitely. Let me bring this up here for everyone here. This is so cool. And Chen, I literally wrote, let's see, seize the cosmic energies. That's right, to imbue your quantum weaving. Oh, beautiful. I love it. So hi, welcome. Oh my goodness. Kathy, my friend. Hi. Oh, it's so good to see you from Nashville. Feeling all of the heavy feels right now. Glad to be here. Oh, well, I am glad you're here. Yeah, so these, first of all, because Scorpio right now, we have the full moon now in Scorpio, and this happened right after this really intense time. We're still in the middle of very intense energies that are still going to continue. So it's not like, okay, today is it and now we're done with it. But today is a very heightened day of it, where there's definitely a culmination of everything that has moved through us through eclipse season that we can kind of feel and experience. And so whenever the moon is in any water sign, we can feel more emotional. And especially for all of us who are feelers, who can sense it, who are more sensitive to the energies, we get impacted whenever the moon, no matter if it's a waning moon or a waxing moon, whenever it moves through a water sign. And so now today, with this full moon in Scorpio, this gets pretty hefty, because also, as Chen already alluded to this, we also have Tuesday, which is a Mars day. And then Scorpio is also ruled by Pluto, but used to be Mars. And these are very intense energies that we are experiencing. And so there's a lot of volatility. There has been a lot of volatility on the world stage in general that we are aware of, that we can see. And this is no coincidence. These are the times that we then, as women, and especially when we're tuning in to our sacred feminine, because we're always coming from everything, especially in our quantum weaving through feminine energetics, this is where we are moving through water, where we're moving through those heavier energies, where we can feel kind of that dreading, that threading of emotions, of motion, where we can kind of feel like, wow, this feels really heavy, this feels really intense, like Kathy, like what you were just referring to. And so Scorpio, as that energy of water, it is a feminine energy where we can feel it in our womb, we can feel it in our sacral, we can feel it connected to the depths of our being. And so first of all, for all of you here, and then for any of you who will be watching the replay, give yourself in these moments just so much grace, because just being here, being present, and allowing yourself to move through these energies, that's always the most important, that we don't hide it away, we don't shy away from it, but we move with energy. Always, because when we do, then it brings up the greatest gifts for us. And for all of you who are in my community, what we've been doing this last month is shadow work, because these have been these times from eclipsing the shadow, from the moment of the eclipse now into this time here, where we have the opportunity to bring up all of the shadows that we tend to hide away, that we tend to shy away, the shadows that move us through life, the shadows that constantly show up, no matter if we are aware of it or not. So these are the unconscious, the subconscious realms that have been coming and have emerged, no matter if we have consciously tuned into them or not. And so my work is always about recognizing what is going on with the energy, and then actually saying, you know what, let's roll with it, let's move with it. And in our quantum weaving, this is the beautiful opportunity. And what I want to share with you today, which I'm so excited about, and kind of tie this all together for you, so this way you have a really great concept of what we're working with at this moment, is this together with my quantum weaving cards. So if you don't have my quantum weaving cards, I'm going to do a little plug for them. So this is what they look like, and this is what the package looks like. And then there are 52 cards in here. There are 33 guiding codes, and then there's also 19 principles and virtues that go with it as well. And so what I do every day when I sit down in the morning and I record about 7-ish minutes of audio for my community, is where I decode the day. And so what I have in front of me here, as I'm looking at this, I have my book in front of me, and I'm looking at this Tuesday, and I'm looking at the day, and that's where we're going to get into this now, into this reading for you. Also, if there's anything in between that's coming up for you, please feel free to just share, to comment. If you have any specific questions for me as I am diving into this, then please go ahead and let me know, so this way I can make sure that we cover this to the fullest and we really get into this, because this is important. Because these energies right now, especially how they're going to play together as I'm revealing them through the cards, are just so, so powerful. And then again, stay till the end, because I am going to draw a winner for a personal reading with me. So can't wait. Okay. So when I do the numerology of the day, I look at, okay, I write out the code of it, which I write in the European way. So it is 2304-2024. And then when I add all of these numbers up, each number, and many of you who have had readings with me, you're familiar with this already. So when I add up the numbers, then it gives me a summary number. And today the summary number is 17. And then I basically add up the 1 plus 7. And so that makes 8. And so that gives me 3 numbers. It gives me the number code for this day specifically, the 23rd. And then it gives me the summary number 17. And then 8. And then this is the complete code that I look at and that I decode every morning. So this way we have an insight of, okay, this is what's present here in the field. This is what's present in our unconscious. And this is what is emerging for us in our conscious that we can then play with. This is what is always influencing the collective unconscious, that then comes to the surface and is played out here in what we consider to be reality. And I see someone else has joined. Oh my goodness. Hi, Dana. Oh, so good to see you. Oh, I'm glad that you're here. Wonderful. Thank you for being here. And again, if any of you have any questions, then let me know. So I'm so super excited to do this with you. So if you're ready for the first card, I'm going to go ahead and show you the frequencies and how it all plays together. Another thing that I should also point out is that we just had, besides this eclipse season, we also had this really powerful Jupiter-Uranus conjunction right now that is in Taurus. And this, we haven't seen this here on Earth in 84 years. So the last time was 1941-ish. And these are very hefty energies that are also playing out and that are going to continue now into this next 14-year cycle. And in the end, because I know there's a lot out there and a lot of different energies and different opinions about it, but for me, I always bring it back. How does it really serve the greater picture? How does it serve us? How does it serve the consciousness and the upliftment of what we're bringing here to Earth and what we as leaders are here to do? Because I always consider everything to be self-leadership, especially now with the energies that we're moving into. And this is opening such a beautiful portal. It can be, again, very intense, but I trust and know that if we're here, we signed up for it somehow, somewhere, because we're here in these exciting times to be the ones who are ushering in this new era. And so what all of this culminates to and brings to is that we are done with all of the old patterns that we have been stuck, that we have been clinging onto. And sometimes for dear life of like, no, I don't want to let it go. It's too much. But at the same time, knowing that we can't fully step into the higher frequencies, the higher consciousness, that we can't fully break free from the limitations that we have kept ourselves stuck in until we allow the unfolding of it. And this is the beautiful, beautiful opportunity that is given to us during this time, during these intense energies, and that is given to us also during this beautiful conjunction that we just experienced. Because Jupiter expands anything it touches. And as it touches Uranus, and this moment of almost like unlocking, this moment of let's shake these things out, let's bring in the new innovations, let's bring in all of the things, and let's liberate ourselves from everything that has been stuck, the organizations, the things that have been put in place for too long and that are no longer relevant, that don't move us forward anymore, in order for each of us to be in our own sovereignty and for us to be fully in our leadership. This is now what we are ushering in, and especially in Taurus, which grounds it all into Earth, which brings it forward into the physical reality. Okay, so now, again, if you have any questions, please feel free to comment here. I am here for you. I'm here with you. We're here together. And this, again, these are exciting times. I know it can feel pretty hefty and challenging in the moment, but this is all good. And it is. So this beautiful day, number 23 today, brings us into shape-shifting. And I think the card is coming up pretty good. So shape-shifting, and I'll show you the mandala for it. Shape-shifting is really all about how to move, how to remove the layers that are the false illusions, the masks that we put on, the persona that is not our truest essence, that is not our center, that is not our soul purpose, that is not our divinity. And this is exactly what shape-shifting does. It helps us to lift all of this, and it helps us to come into a truth of our being that we maybe have denied ourselves. And so this 23rd today, this number 23 of shape-shifting, and I'm going to read this to you here. I can skillfully and continually evolve, reinventing myself with agility and wisdom. This brings us into the truth of who we are, and it also brings us into our soul calling and into a higher form of stepping into the beautiful goddess energy that we embody. So if you look at the mandala, you can kind of see this here is more of that, false persona that we tend to put on, where we kind of cover things up, where we have conformed to societal norms, where we have been conditioned to certain things since childhood, where we have still kept that energy of the shadows within us. And now where the subconscious and unconscious are being removed, and it brings us into the fullness of our being, into all of the beautiful energies, into so much gold and richness and so much depth of our being, always from that central point. And this is what shape-shifting moves us into. And it's such a beautiful frequency. It's such a beautiful energy. And this is the energy of this day, of that number 23 today, on this full moon in Scorpio. So the Scorpio energies are basically saying, let's move all of this out of you. Let's help you. Even if you need to cry it out, if you need to scream it out, if you need to dance it out, journal it out, put on some music, put on mantras, put on some wild music, whatever you want to do. Go out in nature and experience everything. Experience yourself, your essence to the fullest, and allow yourself to move out of the persona, out of the energies that are not your truest power. Anything that you have been conditioned by that no longer aligns with who you already are, and then even more so who you're becoming, because this shape-shifting is always a becoming. It's allowing the movement of our unique beingness and allowing it to fully emerge. So definitely let me know how this resonates with you. How does this feel for you on this specific day too? And how does this energy, that can be pretty intense, because the 23, when we reduce it down to 5, it gives us also that energy of change. And of course, everything right now in Uranus is elevated in these swift movements, quick energies. And so it can sometimes be pretty jarring. And in the end, again, it's always for your highest good, because you're here to do great things. So let me see, Amy saying, wow, getting lots of that today. Wow, crying, grounding. Yes, sacral discomfort. Absolutely. This is our water energy that we're feeling. It is the creative energy that wants to emerge so much stronger, because in the end, everything that has been culminating toward this is all about our creations. It is about your creation, Amy. It's about all of our creations, about really bringing it forward, to no longer feel stuck, to no longer limit ourselves within it, and say, you know what? I'm here to do these great things, and I am stepping forward. I am one of the ones who is brave enough to know and to recognize that I am here for these things, and I'm going to roll with it, and I'm going to allow all of it to move through me. And that is such a beautiful gift to ourselves when we do that, such a beautiful gift to our soul. And let me see what's coming up, Jen. Let me see. Remembering Scorpio wants to facilitate that integration. Absolutely. Jupiter wants to expand me. Yes, Uranus wants to progress me. I love it. It is still intense, but the cosmic blessing is there. Yes, thank you for this. This is really beautiful. That really sums it up in such a gorgeous way. And so when we add these up, as I mentioned before, and now we're moving into that number that brings it all together. It's the number 17. And the number 17 is also, by the way, the week of the year that we're in right now. So we are in the 17th week of the year. And that number 17 is alchemy. And the alchemy is a continuation. It has the figure 8 built into this mandala, and it is one that is just so beautiful, because it is always about transforming. I mean, we kind of say, where it transforms lead into gold, but it's really always about the internal process that we're allowing, which now we're moving into so much deeper within that inner alchemy, where it brings it together with the shape shifting, where it allows you to say, I'm in for the process, because it It is not the end result, and it is of course not lead into gold, but it is the end result of your own gold shining and your own gold emerging. And so that is what is in the center of it when we allow all of these different movements to take place, when we allow the shaking up, we allow all of the flow of energy, and you're in for it, and you're saying, yes, okay, let me truly feel into all of the spaces. Let me feel into anything that I've still been holding. Let me allow myself now for these edges to be immersed. And I'm going to share more about this later for sure. So that Pluto-Mars energy, because it is associated with war, but it is more, the way I see it, is it brings up the war within ourselves. The violence we have done to our own soul, and I spoke about this in all of the teachings in our Quantum Weavers community for the shadow work, because we tend to be the hardest on ourselves. We tend to inflict pain to our own soul through the words that we speak to ourselves, through the judgment that we hold against ourselves, through the fears that we keep, and through all of these energies that are bringing violence to our own beingness and to our own soul and to our own heart. Because from my experience, it's very rare that we allow ourselves to fully feel the joy of all of the good things that we're doing on a daily basis, but it's so much easier to bring in all of the judgment. And I'd love to hear from you and see how this resonates with you, because sometimes this is hard to hear because we think, oh, I'm doing so good and I'm giving myself grace. And we speak about giving yourself grace, giving yourself. But the reason why we say it is because it has to be a constant reminder, because the self-judgment so many times tends to overrule everything. And so even if we have all of the positive affirmations and we're saying all of these wonderful things, if we're holding all of these things in us, then it is very hard to raise our vibration through these lower layers of frequencies when we're still in these spaces where all of the judgment, all of the guilt, all of the shame, when all of that is still held within us. And the inner alchemy is that transformation. It is that transformation through the spaces of the darkness to really allow all of the beauty to emerge, just like the seed now emerges, just like in the springtime now when we plant the seeds, as I've just started getting my garden ready, and then we'll be planting it after this full moon and once we're back into the waning phase of the moon. And we allow those seeds to truly grow, and we allow them to emerge. So again, I'd love to hear from you on that, because this is such a powerful concept when we honor that and when we recognize it, because especially in the circles of healers and in the circles of self-development, we think that if we speak a positive affirmation or we do something for a little moment, that this has relevance. But unless we address all of the underlying issues and the subconscious that really runs the show, and we heal the violence against ourselves, then we'll always be stuck in these patterns. And this is exactly what is showing up today so strongly and so powerfully. So when you are crying, when you are bringing all of these things up, when you even allow yourself to yell and scream and you bring it all to the surface, this is the way through. This is the healing that now can come in such a powerful way. And so the alchemy is through me. All is alchemized into its highest form, filled with abundance, joy, and love. And this is truly the opportunity that we have for ourselves. And so Chen was saying, I love that. When we set joy aside, we invite judgment more through, let me read it from here. When we set joy aside more throughout our day. This is so true. Yes, absolutely. And so the invitation through inner alchemy is to go to the depths of our soul, to really reach deep. And this is, of course, also the reason why this is coming up so strong today, is because this is exactly that energy of Scorpio, because Scorpio is one of the most honest signs. And I have several Scorpio friends, and I absolutely dearly love them because they don't mess around. They say their truth and they speak it how it is. And so you know that, okay, this might be hard to hear, but whatever you are saying, I'm going to just let it land for the moment, because it feels, many times our ego kind of gets in the way. And this is, of course, a big thing why it's so great to let these unconscious waters rise to the surface and let it all bubble up. Because when the truth is revealed, then we heal it. When we reveal it, we heal it. When we reveal it, we heal it. And that's the beauty of this alchemy, of that transformation and of the shape-shifting. Let's see, currently acknowledging the pain. Yes, thank you. Exactly. It's such a gift. Let it go. And that's, yes, exactly. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for sharing that, because these are the vulnerable moments that help us move through. And thank you for allowing us to witness you in this, Amy. This is a really big deal. So much honor to you for sharing that. And this is brave, because the bravest thing we can do is to move all of that aside and say, what is really going on? What am I really feeling? What is really being present? What is really being presented to me? And let our body speak. Let your body speak. Let it feel. Let it be felt in your body. Where are you noticing it? Where is it showing up? And know that any pain, any judgment, any guilt, anything is always in reverse the beautiful opportunity for the healing to come through, because that's the only reason why it's here, because it's still showing you that you just have more work to do, as we all do always, because otherwise we wouldn't be here. We're never done, and there's always deeper levels to uncover, deeper levels to move through. And that's the beauty, because it helps us always elevate into these higher frequencies. In our quantum weaving, we have the 7 realms of consciousness. And when we look at these, most people are always kind of in that first realm of reactive existence. And this is what's prevalent here on Earth. So you just being here. And oh my goodness, as a fellow Scorpio, absolutely, for sure. Oh, that's so amazing. Because now I lost my train of thought. but these are the opportunities that we have during these times. So when it comes back, I'll let you know. And so then we have the beautiful number 8. And the number 8 is quantum shuffle. So this is a concept that came to me. Of course, it is connected also to quantum mechanics, because it is the idea that everything in the field is flexible. Everything is still kind of in the space of possibilities until something lands. And the way it lands is depending on your frequency. So this is actually what I was speaking about earlier, as far as the reactive existence. When we're looking at where most people are always in a state of reactive existence. And this is why, we can see where the world resonates at and what frequency it is in. And so the quantum shuffle helps us now, as we're moving through these 7 realms, then into higher frequencies. And we can recognize that, hey, I'm able to hold more now. I'm able to be equally in duality. I'm able to embody more in my body. I'm able to carry more. I don't react as easily anymore. I step more into a space of now conscious action, and I'm stepping more into a space of creation, as we spoke about earlier, the beautiful opportunities that we also have within these creative centers, within our sacral. And as we're doing this, then the universe also aligns with us. So the way quantum shuffle works, which is I love so much, because it is always almost like a navigation system where, depending on where you land in any moment and what you want to manifest, it's like you're throwing all of the cards up in the air, and then it's like, okay, which one wants to land? And depending on where you're at in the moment, it's almost like kind of like a dodging, like, okay, which way, where are we going with this? And then seeing, what is she ready for? What is she here to be ready to receive? And then these are the things that can land in your reality. And this is the beauty of Quantum Shuffle. That is the card of this day, of the number 8, when we add all of the numbers up and we reduce it down to its final number. And the Quantum Shuffle is, I dance in the quantum, shuffling potentials to manifest the highest aligned reality. And I feel like in the end, this is really what it's always about, because we want to have the best life. We want to have all of the good things in life. And especially, we want to fulfill the soul calling that we came here to do. And if I had to sum all of this up and bring it all to one point, then this is exactly the opportunity we have here in this moment, where it all meets, where all of the energies come together. And in this beautiful way, it aligns in this alchemy of the 17th week, in this alchemy of this day, in the shape-shifting of our fullest awareness, of allowing the energies to move through us. And then let's see what the Quantum Shuffle brings. Let's see within this new alignment. Let's see what's possible then. And so I see Chen has also a comment. Quantum Shuffle as a navigation is the voice that always says, recalculating. I love it so much. That is exactly right. It is recalculating. And we always have all of these multiple realities available to us at any moment. And it is so just a matter of which one are we reaching through into this physical reality that we're experiencing here in this time-space continuum, in this timeline here. But there are endless timelines, there are endless possibilities at any moment that can come through the 0-point field and that we can bring forth. And that is just such a beautiful gift. So do you have any questions for me that I can answer for you before I go ahead and do the drawing? And so the way the drawing works is that anytime you share, like, for example, if you want to share this out, if you share any of my things out, any post, anything, no matter if it's on Facebook or Instagram, if it's in a story, or if you're sharing it to your community, or you're privately sharing it, just tag me. And I'll make sure that I'll include you into the drawings. And so then every now and then I will be doing a drawing. And the way the drawing works is that I am doing then with you, I'll get in contact with you via Messenger. And you and I are going to do a reading together. I will do it via Messenger. So basically you will be asking me a question, and then I'm going to do a three-card drawing and then reveal those cards to you via Messenger, via voicemail. And I have done one for Belinda, and it was just absolutely beautiful and amazing, because Belinda always shares out all of the things from me, which is just so wonderful. And so the reason why I'm doing this is because it serves so many purposes. So first of all, for all of the women where it feels like, gosh, they should be hearing this. This would be so beneficial for my friends to receive this, or for my community, or I know, these women, that it would be really helpful if they heard this as well, because this can serve their life. Then we're spreading the word. We're expanding what I consider to be the quantum weaving movement. We are growing the good things here on earth. And this is what I am here for at this time. This is my mission in life at this time, here, now, to be able to help, to be one of the catalysts together with you to elevate the space, to elevate the world, because we all know that this is what is needed the most, to bring us into a higher frequency, higher consciousness. And then, of course, it helps you as well, because you're getting a card reading. And so it's fun, it's win-win. And I love doing this. And I love connecting one-on-one to get to know you and to support you as well in the things that you're doing. So with this, let's go ahead and do this drawing. So again, if you haven't shared anything yet, that's totally fine. From now on, if you're sharing it, just tag me, and then you'll be in here with the next drawing. So there are not that many names in here, because we're just getting warmed up with everything. So there's a pretty good chance that if you share something, that you will get a reading with me. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and shuffle this up. Quantum Shuffle. Let's see which, there's one. Okay, let's see which name it is. Let me set that aside. Jen! Oh, okay. Jen, you're getting a reading with me. So, oh my goodness. So, and you're here, of course. So, hey, congratulations. So, you and I will be getting in touch. Oh, my. Oh, I love it. That is so, so cool. Oh, and ladies, I want to thank you for being here with me. This is your precious time. This is my precious time. This is our time together. And for me, this is the greatest honor to spend time with you, to be present, to be the gifts for each other. Because when I can just help elevate your day a little bit and give you these deep insights into things and help ease this space that we're in this moment and the experiences that you might be going through, then for me, that's just so beautiful. And if you're not in my Quantum Weavers community this evening at 7 p.m. Central Time, I'm going to be going deeper into this, and we are continuing what we have already set in motion with eclipsing the shadow and shadow work that we have done throughout the month, which is all available in my community for you. All of the modules are there with videos and with going deeper and journaling if you are up for that. And then this evening at 7 p.m., we're going to do a powerful live together with a transformational journey that I'm going to lead you through. So if you'd like to go deeper, come join us, and I'll be sure to share the link. And then, of course, the link is kind of everywhere in all my things. You'll also find it under community on my thequantumweaver.com. Which is my website and everything else. So, but I'll be sharing it here too. So, Amy, you are so welcome. It's nice to have a circle navigate these times. Thank you. And thank you, Jen, for being such a integral part of our community, and every day for tuning in and connecting. And Kathy, oh, my friend, love you all so much. Thank you for being here. And it's been such a pleasure and such an honor. And I'll see some of you this evening. And take it easy, and such a beautiful full moon day. Namaste. Mwah.